Well, hello, Maverick traders. Welcome out to your currency recap for August 7th, 2023. Corey here with you, and let's jump into it.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional Forex and crypto traders. Maverick Currencies is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional Forex and currency trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
As far as markets are concerned today, equities rallied. We were up about 1% across the board. The crypto market continues to lag, and it's now broken down in terms of its trend below the 20, below the 50. We'll take a closer look. A little bit of a pause day in gold and oil. Oil has been on a tear, so a little bit of a pause is no big deal. On the daily news, equities rallying as crypto struggles, and then the US dollar has really come surging back of late. Is that going to stick? Is it not? I think the dollar is a question mark for me, and I would rather trade other currencies. So let's dive in and look at a few things here together. The S&P has been on a nice upward trend big picture, but we highlighted the likelihood of an exhaustion happening, and that started to play out. We've now corrected back below the 20-day. I do think there's a little bit more to go before this is all said and done, but not some major deterioration, not anything type of collapsing or something like that in the short term. It looks pretty steady as she goes for now. If we look at the euro and look at the Swiss franc and some of these currencies, they just look fantastic. So even as the US dollar has come bouncing back, the euro is back up to its highs, and versus virtually everything else is up near those highs, and kind of a, whether you call this an ascending triangle or this cup and handle, the path of least resistance looks like an upside breakout. We are on the cusp of that. You've got upward sloping moving averages, all of the typical criteria. Same thing with the British pound. So euro, Swiss franc, British pound, though that's relative strength area. We're still trending higher, well above the 50 MA. We've consolidated for the past few weeks. We should attempt a breakout. Now, could be a false breakout, could be a lot of different things, but it seems we're poised to do that. On the flip side, the Aussie just cannot get out of its own way. Look at these lows back here, and there were a few wicks below, but look at these lows that were pierced, and now we're kind of underneath the old kiss goodbye, right? We've now pierced this level, we're kind of retesting it, and quite possibly the kiss goodbye as we deteriorate further. So the Australian dollar really has relative weakness, and Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, they just classic exhaustion high, and we have deteriorated since. And when we look back at that equities chart, the S&P, I see something similar. I don't think it's going to be like some massive deterioration. I think it's going to be a slow bleed lower, that we'll get some fits and starts. We'll have some rallies, but they'll ultimately fade off. And I would expect the S&P chart to somewhat mirror this, where it just kind of grinds its way lower for a few weeks, and then we'll see. Crypto markets definitely looking heavy, acting weaker than other markets. Now, for this week, we've got CPI data here in the US. We've got some CPI data out of China as well. But this is the big one because in the US, the Fed has two mandates, right? To keep full employment and to keep price stability or inflation in check. Well, full employment they have. Price stability, they screwed up royally. Look at the expectations. The expectations is for the CPI to bounce back up, to go up a few notches. We've been seeing it trending lower. In June and July were big drops in the CPI, as we knew that would happen. Those were huge inflation numbers last year, and we got rid of those numbers. But now it's tough sledding, and the CPI inflation numbers are going to creep back up. I think the Fed knows that. We get PPI numbers out on Friday, but CPI on Thursday is really the headliner. So that happens Thursday morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, possible trades. Looking at a couple of areas, here's Euro Aussie on a 4-hour chart. Tight consolidation, ascending triangle. Again, if the Aussie's going to kiss goodbye to the downside, this chart should go to the upside. Euro looks strong, like it wants to break out. This is mixing the two. Euro acting well, Aussie acting weak, possible idea. And then if you like the Kiwi better on the short side, this is Euro Kiwi. But I would continue to look at these areas for possible upside trades because look, we went through corrections. Now we've gone through consolidations. Usually that is the pause that refreshes. The big breakout to the upside seems likely in the near term. So markets are in a little bit of an exhausted phase. A little bit of a grind lower seems likely. Use proper trade, money management, position sizing, all of those critical details. And we'll be sending out those currency recaps all throughout this week. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have a great week ahead, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.